Just a quick chat. I have to get up early. Another family emergency. That's why I'm back online. Oh my God, my mother. My phone died. We didn't have a phone, and I'm like, oh, I need a phone. We need to have a phone in case there's an emergency. Trying to get my mom to get out. I tried to get a taxi. Nobody would phone a taxi for me. Not another resident. The alleged concierge lobby was gone. Could not find. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. I'm like, oh shit, we gotta walk. And mom didn't want to go and was arguing. I'm like, it's not that cold once you get moving. She's done it before for many years. And then finally we get there. And I'm like, my phone won't work. It just stopped working while I was live streaming. It just went, and then I don't know what happened. The person I took it to get fixed in the mall, ISP, within 10 minutes had it all fixed. They're back online. Technical difficulties. That's technical difficulties. It did. And as soon as it was over, I was as I want a coffee. Mom, I'll buy you a coffee. Let's have coffees. And we had coffees. And then I was like, I don't feel like walking. Well, it was my turn. I was in a bitchy mood myself, saying, I don't feel like walking. Let's go home by taxi. And as we did. You know, when the corporation doesn't know how to do maintenance and repairs, and they try to buzz around and not mind their own business, I swear to God that they have this place wired with bugs. And or on my social media. All bad, all purposefully, all wrong, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, not employable, all not employable themselves. Such as alleged property management, property managers, and site administrators, and concierges, and parking security guards, securities. I complained earlier, you know, when there's an emergency, seriously, where have they been today? I couldn't get a hold of anybody. Not anybody. We could have died, and they wouldn't give us care. It was an emergency. There was no phone in case of an emergency. Phone died. It was one of the connection things or whatever. Adapter or whatever. Couldn't believe it. More than one resident I spoke to, and not any of them would phone the taxi number I was going to give them and would phone call me a taxi. It was an emergency. And the concierge, alleged concierge, that is, security guard, was nowhere to be found. And there was no way to use the lobby directly reach, got hold of anybody. So for about 15 minutes or so, tried to get some taxi. And then walked in. I'm like, I'm not walking home. I don't feel like it. I almost sort of, And I was like, I gotta get home. I want to go home. Now that we have a phone, here I am. I've got to take my boots off. I'll you watch the pain of it all. I can wear socks for a whole week. Same pair. I like the smell of it too. And other people's sex too. It's a thing I like. Oh, oh. And on top of it all, here's my scrunchie. Oh, here it is. On top of it all, I looked up a video. Somebody whose exercises I like more than one or more other because she looks more professional. I looked it up and I'm going to do some of it. I'm going to show you. I can do it too. It's not as heavy, although it's better and greater, but not any considering circumstances of mine. And I'm going to make myself a hot beverage. My mom went to bed. I'm going to make myself a hot tea, I think. And I didn't want to walk lots today, and I did. I walked more than 1.4K, I suppose. So that'll be amusing. My top, considering. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was fun. Should I finish this? Here's the chat area. Let me know. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Although it has some electrolytes in it. I'll get my caffeine, I suppose. Drink that. Excuse me. I was like, don't tell me we, you know. The condominium corporation. I tell you, this is the worst. This is worse than Boulevard. I tell you, if I could ever get out of here with my family, I'd actually, and have privacy and safety, bungalow probably be better and greater than this neighborhood. The only thing I like is it's a little bit of country, a whole lot of urban, creek and a river nearby. It's really pretty. Beautiful creatures and everything out there. It's all on security camera cameras throughout the building here complex. My mother was aggressive, agitated, pescatory, delusional. I mean, I took my mother reprimands, honestly, but we had to go. We had to get a new phone or get this handheld device repaired, maintenance and repaired. What I don't like about this neighborhood is other people prejudged that my mom and I didn't have any money to live in this neighborhood and elsewhere. Hello. And all that they prejudged themselves, all bad, all purposeful, all purposefully, all wrong, all not legal, all not lawful, all not sane, all not competent, all not employable, all hateful, all jealous, all violent, all predatory, all resentful, all racist, all bigot, all discriminatory, all discriminations, all prejudices, all prejudges, all internet trolling, all stalkers, all cyber stalkers, and one and or more other people premeditated as, and all names and all who, what, where, when, why, and how all who, what, where, when, all names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how tried, made their delusions, their persecutory delusions, their paranoia, aggression, agitated, auditory hallucinations, paranoid thoughts. They're as real instead of living the real world of us Bellis's real estate and contents, etc., ownerships. And all before, all during, all later, and since. It maybe spoke to my mother. Is that you going back to bed, Mother?
Yeah.
Good night. Sweet dreams. Love you. See you in the morning, eh? Yeah? See you in the morning. This neighborhood has been worse than most others that did that. All about Asbestos historical histories, geographies, financial and financially, real estates, contents, and all other ownerships. As if it's any of their business, really. They see us and they want to know more. It's none of their business. And just because maybe a document they couldn't found and or they did and they try to change that into themselves, it doesn't change anything. Alleged property taxes, banking, etc. My father and I worked. I don't remember my other parents very. Well, although I know they existed, obviously, I don't remember my parents' work histories very, although I'm sure my father worked and I worked. And when my mom couldn't see and hear normally, my mom lied. My father and I were disabled to and or instead of my mother. My mother uses canes and walkers and magnifying glass and prescribed eyewears and stuff happened over the years. Other people, not as Bellis's, others. I just wanted a forever home, you know. I don't like living around here. Like I said, could I ever get privacy and safety? I'd really, really like to live in a bungalow. I tried to have a bungalow 3 times and I never got one. I became an apartment dweller. And this complex is the worst ever. Can't use the gym, the recreation center. I can't use the swimming pools. I can't outside walk as often as I used to, all before, all during, all later, all since October 24, 2025. All other people, all names Thompson, Thompson, Thomson, and Maud, Maude, and Richie, Ritchie. Norman, my mom alleged youngest brother, James, Angela, and Angela. Off and on and off the internet, Wi-Fi's, and social media, etc. Phones too. Phones calls. Phone calls by and from those other people all happened to us. And all other times, as well as his eyes, ears, noses, and mouths, etc. Were my father alive, he would have showed and told them to fuck off and leave us alone, piss off and leave us alone, stop. He would have gone to a lawyer. He would have done lots. And were he up north, he would have had a rifle and a knife that was legal and lawful to use. They wouldn't have been able to got to us very. All before, all during, all later, and all since 1984. And all since. Since has been a problem. May 2024, etc. And the those Thompsons, Mods, and Ritchies tried to use community posts, posted, etc., as well as the social media. They didn't like, and Norman wasn't invited, although he self-invited himself and then found out that since themselves on the internet, Wi-Fi, social media, spellists, all before, all during, all later, and all since. And Norman Thompson canceled. So what? I don't care. That's what him said. Phones, calls. And I was like, I don't care. Those 3 centers too. Should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not cared about those for other people. And in fact, any times they were in the malls, security guards should have escorted those 4 other people out. Centers too, those 3 other centers, and around here too. All those other people that got through parking security, lobbies, security, should, can, could, may, must, and need escorted away by staff, such as alleged concierge, actual security guards, and or emergencies personnel 911 and or local police contacted and arrests arrested needed made those other people I mentioned stalkers, because they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not there, a space here, and all elsewhere. I'd rather exercise instead of even talking about them anymore. I'm gonna do that indoor walk, get some steps walked, at least 400 steps. Doesn't sound like boss, although it's better and greater than not any. You can hear me. Go plug in my phone, and then I'll come back and have my tea with you. PSCC 850 and PSCC 807 should, can, could, may, must, and need sued. The property values that they decreased, all their false allegations, false accusations, slander and defamation, lies, misleading and misinformation, all about, all to, and all about, and all about, all to, and all about us Bellises, front doors, and all elsewhere. And all happened as on all securities cameras, all on. All that evidence, all should, can, could, may, must, and need, showed and told, show and tell, and shows and tells. All should, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all happened as everywhere. And they should be reprimanded, furthermore, judicially punished. PSCC 850 and PSCC 807 delusioned themselves that themselves were doing the Mental Health Act. Mental health, mental illnesses, all about, all to, all about, and all about, all to, and all about us Bellises. Instead of privacy and safety in sections 2A and 2B, other residents and their visitors and those corporations selves should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not interfered with us Bellis's enjoyment and comforts, home and elsewhere in the buildings and complex. When and when not, we, us Bellises, were home. Parking security once more allowed us back in. Our drivers, despite all those other people, complaints and false information, false allegations, false accusations, all about, all to, and all about, and all about, all to, and all about us Bellises, including all where and when, all happened as. and all should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells all happened as to. Such as all names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how, all alleged concierges, all parking security, all alleged property managements, all alleged property managers, and all alleged site administrations, all alleged site administrators, and all maintenance and repairs, and all alleged maintenance and repairs of all names, all who, where, all names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how. I didn't always received notices of entry. Oh. Plugging in myself handheld device thingy. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Friday wore pink. I wore pink. Oh, that's good. Delicious.